I think that what makes Sac such a great place is that everyone is committed. So kids are committed to being their best, teachers are committed to kids being their best, and parents are committed to making sure that happens as well. And so when everyone is all in and everyone's giving their best together, it's pretty exciting to see the types of things that can happen. I'm Adam Swinyard and I'm the principal at Sacajawea Middle School.
I think what makes Sacajawea so outstanding is that all of our staff have high expectations for kids, and our kids come to school ready to learn and ready to meet the high expectations. So we do a lot of things intentionally building wide to support kids in reaching their goals. I'm Nikki Golden and I am the proud vice principal at Sacajawea Middle School.
Sacajawea has a history of being one of the best middle schools academically in the state, and I really believe that comes down to our goal that we set sky-high expectations for kids, higher than maybe what they ever thought possible for themselves. And then we also set a goal that when kids walk out of here, they say they loved middle school. And so if you can leave middle school meeting a sky-high expectation and saying that you loved it and Sacajawea was a great experience and you're sad to go, you're sad your time's over, then we think that that adds up to a school that has great academic results. So as an individual and as a school, we do something really special in terms of what we achieve because of those high expectations, and then that commitment that every kid leaves here saying they loved it, saying they had a good experience. So every student each year at Sacajawea takes the 4 core classes, and so that's math, social studies, English, and science. And so you always have those courses year-round, both grades. Sac also has, and one of the great things about middle schools is you get to try a variety of different electives of things that you never even had any experience with. And so Sacajawea has a wide range of elective offerings for students to choose from, where you can really go after something that you're interested in doing, or maybe try something you've never tried before.
Hi, I'm Patrick Shamblin. I have the honor of being the band director here at Sacajawea Middle School. We have more than half the school that is involved in our music department. We have 4 concert bands, 2 jazz bands that enhance what's happening in the band classes. Those meet before school. Percussion ensembles, we do marching band, symphonic orchestra. We just have so much going on. Music is the thing to do here at Sac. We're just so very, very pleased that we have so many kids who are involved with it. It's so much better to be inside and part of our group than outside and being an audience. We always appreciate an audience, of course, but it's more fun to be inside. I'm always saying that we have more fun in this class than should be allowed by law. Everybody in band gets to participate each year in the spring for our Junior Lilac Parade, and we, within our jazz bands, concert bands, we have local festivals that we go, and I'm proud to say that Sacajawea is always honored with some of the top awards and top honors in those fields. Hey, I just want to encourage everybody to get inside the band program and check it out. I'm sure it's for you.
I'm Heather Montgomery. I'm the orchestra teacher at Sacajawea. We have 3 orchestras at Sac. One of them is our chamber orchestra that is all 8th graders, and they do a lot of playing out in the community. We play at River Park Square at least once a year, and we go on tour to the elementary schools and play for open house, which is near the beginning of the year. So they really start fast. And then we have 2 orchestras that have, one is all 7th grade and one is a mix of 7th and 8th graders. And our focus in 7th grade is really on learning how to read the notes. I know that everybody comes in at all different levels, so we really just work on making everybody a really strong player who can read and play lots of things that they love to play. Orchestra is a great place to make friends and meet lots of kids from all of the other elementary schools, and you'll probably be in orchestra with the kids that you were in strings with in elementary school. We always do a concert at the end of the year where we play some pop music and try to make it fun. I try to make every day fun and we learn a lot, but also just have a good time making music together. And I hope that it's something that kids can continue to do in high school if they want to, in college, and for their whole lives.
I'm Mrs. Pearman and I teach all of the choir classes at Sacajawea. We have 3 plus an after-school club show choir that you can choose to do if you want. And what I want to tell you about choir is, first of all, you get to have music every day at Sac instead of half hour once a week or half hour twice a week, and you see growth, huge growth in your learning how to perform and learning how to read music. And if you are interested in foreign language, we sing in different languages. Right now, each of my 3 classes, I have one class singing in a Hebrew song, one class singing a song in Latin, and one class singing a song in Italian. So we're learning different languages and how to perform in those languages, and also what the songs mean in those languages. You also are going to make some pretty amazing friendships in music classes. In choir class, we get to take a few trips together and perform for our community. It's a really great opportunity for your body and your mind to do something else for a period. We have lots of fun, and I just want you to know there's a place for everybody in the choir. So if you want to join the choir, there's a place for you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Eaton. I'm the visual arts teacher at Sacajawea, and I would like to invite you to become my art student next year and learn how to become a visual thinker and communicator. Art classes at Sacajawea take place in a lab, workshop style environment, and where you get to celebrate imagination every day and create and innovate. Some students are worried about taking art with so little exposure at elementary, and I think of my son, who has a 6-year-old who did not want to take piano lessons because he did not know how to play the piano. What I would like you to know is that art is a very teachable skill and learnable skill. Most of my students leave my class with incredible satisfaction and pride about what they've accomplished for the semester. The art program at SAC consists of learning the foundations of the elements of art and principles of design. We'll also spend time looking at other cultures through artistic venues, and we'll look at the work of many artists as well. This is a great opportunity at middle school to explore something that you might be interested, just haven't had time to do yet, and I hope to see you in my class next year.
Hola, soy señora Meyer y bienvenidos a la clase de español. I am Mrs. Meyer and I will be your Spanish teacher next year if you choose to take Spanish. Spanish is an awesome language. Spanish is a fun class that will challenge you and stretch you a little bit, but you will also learn so much about food and culture and sports in Spanish-speaking countries. You will learn how to order food at a restaurant. You'll learn how to talk about the weather, and you'll sing some songs and learn how to communicate in another language, which is so awesome. So we do projects and we have dialogues. We make maps and we cook food sometimes. We celebrate holidays that are celebrated in the Spanish-speaking world. And we do a lot of work, but we have a lot of fun. So if you're interested in learning about Spanish and Latin American culture and looking at the differences between all the Spanish-speaking countries, then Spanish is a great language for you to learn, and I hope to see you in class.
Hello, I'm Mr. Vaughn. I'm the pre-engineering teacher here at Sacajawea Middle School. And in engineering, students learn that there are several different types of engineers. However, they all do the same three things. They design, they build, and they test things. So we start with mechanical drawings in the design phase. We work through the mechanical drawings into multi-view drawings. From there we go to isometric drawings, and by the end of the design unit they should have themselves a drawing to the clock that they're going to build. I have to show the clock. Yeah, right there, nice little clock. And then we start sketching. We sketch the plans for a CO2 car. After we're done sketching a side view and a top view, we take those sketches over to the computer lab and we work with SolidWorks, which is a engineering software program that actual engineers use, and they draw their CO2 cars using SolidWorks. And then this is an example of a CO2 car. And at the end of the unit, we go out and we build these, and then we test these on an electronic raceway at the end of the school year. And before you know it, they have 2 projects, they should have them home, and the school year will be over.
My name's Joe Slauson. I am the instructor for Medical Detectives. It's a Project Lead the Way STEM course. Project Lead the Way is the leading developer of STEM curriculum. Now, if you're not familiar with STEM, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. There are several STEM pathways that you can take as you go through Spokane Public Schools. One of them is medical. And Medical Detectives is in that track. It's a middle school 7th or 8th grade elective that you can take that is a very technology-based course. The course is not only technology-based, but it's also a bring your own device class. So you will be taking pictures of different artifacts during the class. If you have your own phone with a camera, you do have permission to use it. If you have your phone, you can access the internet to other things. We do have a computer lab that we use to also access the internet. It is a laboratory class where you're doing a lot of laboratory work that a medical detective might do. For example, we'll collect a sample of our own DNA. We'll use DNA fingerprinting to identify whether a suspect is committed a crime or not. We'll investigate various illnesses that you'll be a mystery illness, and your job will be to figure out what the illness is. So you basically do some work that doctors do, some work that nurses do. We'll learn how to take everybody's vital sign as far as temperature, blood pressure, pulse, and that type of thing in class. It's a very interesting class. I've enjoyed very much teaching it, and I believe the students have had a great time. One of our most exciting activities is, as we're investigating the human brain, we will actually do a dissection of a sheep brain. So it is a lab where we will identify the different parts of the brain and their function by dissecting a sheep brain. Another laboratory we do is an online CSI adventure where you will go through all the evidence and perform electronically online all the different tests that a CSI would do to hopefully narrow down who the suspect is and find enough evidence to convict them of their crime. Medical Detectives is a fun course. It's a very hands-on, technology-based class, and the whole purpose is to introduce you to different options as a career in the medical field. So again, my name is Joe Slauson, and I teach the Medical Detectives class here at Sacajawea Middle School.
Hi everyone, my name is Mrs. Eggert. I teach computer applications here at Sacajawea, and I want to just share a little bit with you about what computer apps is all about. As the name states, we will focus mainly on applications in this room that you would use on a computer. One application that you might be using frequently would be our Blackboard learning environment. It's a virtual learning environment where you have lessons that live in a virtual world. You complete them in a virtual world. They're graded in the virtual world and submitted with feedback back to you. So everything's virtual and paperless. That is our virtual classroom, but we also spend some time learning how to manage files. In fact, one of our learning targets is understanding basic internet skills and appropriate file management. A second focus besides the fundamentals is to build your skills in our Microsoft suite, which includes Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, so that if you've got a fundamental or foundational level, we want to build on that, or those of you who are intermediate or experts, we want to challenge you with challenging assignments in all three of those areas. In addition, we want to really work on your keyboarding speed and accuracy so that as you walk out of middle school into high school, you can keyboard efficiently to complete your work quickly, and also key appropriately instead of incorrectly. The last thing that I want to stress is that we try to build in how this class fits in the real world. So we focus on workplace behaviors in our class that you will find are necessary not just in school, but in the workplace and in life. So that's a little overview of computer apps. I sure hope you sign up to take it.
My name is Mrs. Pavey. I teach CCLR, which is an 8th grade elective class. It is, every 8th grader is actually required to take it, and we are the basis of the 5-year plan of the T24. So everything you learn in college, career, and life readiness helps you to be prepared for the things you're going to face once you get out of high school. So how to apply for a job, how to live on your own, how to take the right kinds of classes and select the electives that'll be something you're interested in doing and might lead to a career for you someday in life. We do other fun things too. We teach about nutrition. We spend a unit cooking, which is really fun. And we do a unit on money management, so you learn about how to budget your money and how to create a lifestyle that you want to live and how you can afford that lifestyle. And we also do human growth and development, which is really fun. We talk about personal safety, about computer use and stranger danger, and mental health as well as emotional and physical health. So nutrients, pretty much all that. And it's very, very fun. It's a fun way to learn. You learn about you and your own life and what you're going to do and what you're going to be.
So when we talk about the Sac Way, what we want, what that means to us is that everyone's given their best all the time in everything they do. And so that means giving your best as a math student all the time, every single day. That means giving your best in health and fitness class if you're running the mile. It means giving your best when you're in art class and you're sitting down to try to create a piece of art that you've never tackled before. It means giving your best in the hallways when somebody drops their books and you stop to take care of them and help them up. It's in the cafeteria when somebody's sitting by themselves.
Kids are great here at SAC. The kids are nice to each other. We have 800 kids, 400 7th graders and 400 8th graders, and they're nice to each other. We have kids that, are in drama. We have kids that are in Cyber Patriots. We have music kids, sports kids. We have all kinds of kids, and yet they all come together and work hard together, and it makes it a really cool place to be.